Welcome back after a short break. We now know where we sit in the webpage, so I believe you just joined us from over there.
Side?
Over there.
That's
No,
over
over
there.
there.
I think it's the opposite.
Oh, that way.
It's the opposite
Over
side
there.
you think because
Yeah,
we're looking there.
We're looking there, and it's
Yeah.
over there.
Or there.
They've joined us from over there.
Since
that
the
was
story.
Good. Yeah. Supposedly we're the Brady Bunch. So anyway, that brings us back to where we were up to before in the way things happened, and unfortunately that brings me to a very unfortunate bust out. What was that?
Was that me?
Nah.
Fuck, I didn't think I busted.
No, that was me.
Oh.
I was busted
Oh.
out, and I was busted out by Too Good for Tim, which that's just I don't know. But that's not who took all my chips. I believe Dim took all my chips. I was all in pre-flop with 9 Jack suited diamonds. I've gone all in. Dim had King shit. I flopped my 9, and Dim rivered his King.
So you sucked out on him. It was a double suck.
It was. And the more sucking, the better, I say. So,
Here.
let's not hang around on me too much. Beck was busted out by Dick Adams, which is there goes my money, because I
Again.
pay for her.
So in other words, a lot of
it was
sucking happened after that.
It was a top pair versus Dick Adams set.
Mm.
Twice in one night.
Sorry, Dick Adams set
Yep.
again
Again.
against the top pair.
So, after that, Little Pig.
Little piggy
Little
piggy.
pig, little
Bubble,
pig.
bubble.
Pig was the bubble boy last week on the top 3, and he's slowly moving down the order. This week he was the bubble boy on the top 10, which means Pig received 5 points for the night because he didn't get any bust outs. So, you know, that's a hard place to bust out on, but I guess someone's got to do it.
You should have given me a bust out, pig. Jeez.
Or me.
Call that bottom 2 pair.
Whatever. Give it to Keith. He's already out.
Anyone.
Just give it to
Give it to
someone.
anybody. Anybody will take it. I'm sure no one will argue. So, bubble. Was there anything interesting between the break and the bubble?
Well, and I got my first bust. I mean, I started accumulating chips because of I obviously got knocked the 2 people out there. Is that right? And I think I also made the next knockout as well.
You had a couple of good hands in a row, Petey.
Oh, I mean,
Dick and you were the big chip letters on our table. It was basically
You know
and
why?
him
You know why?
dominating.
I've got it. Because last week Peter said he'd love to have a piece of the dick.
that's right.
And I think him and Dick were running together and they were looking pretty
They were
pretty
hitting
good.
it. They were hitting it.
They were hitting it.
I think we might have to watch those 2 later for the
Yeah.
next round.
We kind of play opposite though. Like really.
So I guess that
Yeah.
makes the point that coming into the final table, I think it was Dick Adams
Yeah.
that was a big stack.
Yeah.
He had a lot of chips. And I think from the other table, Big Rob was probably the big stacks because he had done, although he hadn't really busted anyone out, he had probably done a little bit of damage to everyone. And he was probably up, not nowhere near as much as Dick Adams because he also took a lot on his table.
Yeah, I think our table actually had more chips than your table because we obviously got
He took one of our
stallions.
Yeah, you took all the
chips.
stallions. But
Yeah.
I mean, oh no, he come across with a few chips.
Exactly, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, because he took a few off our table.
I mean, I started the final table with about 600 chips, which was slightly above average. I think average was about 500 at that point.
It was actually 328.
Was it the average?
Mm.
Okay, well I don't think I definitely didn't have double the average.
Oh no, hang on, that was at the break.
Oh, okay.
My bad. But yeah, anywho, because you had 600 at the break too.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got the final bust out before the final 9, which was still in the money. Which I got Gil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
yeah,
actually-
Gil
so-
was the 10th person. Sorry, so which made
Did
the
he have
final
Queens?
table
He
to-
had Queens and lost to something again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
I
lost
just
it to
feel
Big Ace
sorry
King.
for him. He just every time he has queens.
I had to
yes.
suck out on him too. I mean, he had ace, I had king high to win that. So
Yeah,
it's a bit of
he
a
had a
flip,
lot
but-
of chips, but
Yeah, I
it's-
mean, obviously I'm going to call.
he's
but-
very unlucky. I give him that.
Final table.
Final table was made up of a lot of good players. As always, I guess that's why they're at the final table. That was lovely, Peter. If anyone heard that, Peter farted. If anyone
I
heard
did
this,
not. I dropped the friggin' chip.
Yeah, it was a frog. It was a frog.
It was a frog.
Some sort of
It's another frog.
frog.
I think it was a cane toad, I believe.
Go Queensland.
Quick, get out the golf club.
And toad.
Queensland up.
Whatever.
Queensland up.
Where else were we? Gil was busted by Wiggy. This is where Wiggy started to get all his chips. Big Rob busted by Jared. Big Rob did well this week. We
did.
all criticised him pretty heavily for doing a Tim, winning one week and then going out first the next.
No.
But
He's much better. He's much better.
He's learning.
So if trends continue, I think Pete's going out first next week then.
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean,
Confidence
I
helps.
guess the funniest thing I saw of the evening was Big Rob when it wasn't seeing Big Rob. It was something Big Rob.
Sorry. Big Rob, sorry, mate. It's okay.
There was a hand where I honestly can't remember what he had, but he had put a reasonably decent sized raise into the pre-flop. Sorry, I've just noticed your little camera's gone off there, so I'll just give you some footage back on the TV.
Ooh, that's technical.
That's pretty good. isn't it?
Holy dooly, he's
Wow.
magic. He's magic.
So, Big Rob, he went pretty big raise on pre-flop, and I think he got 3 callers, and the flop come out, and Big Rob's gone,
Oh no, I hate that flop. It's disgusting.
I raised
for me.
40.
I hate it and I raise.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That confuses me, but I'm
That's
stupid.
shocking. I do believe. I think you might have hit it.
And the funniest thing about it was I've gone, Big Rob's hit this. And I've gone, everyone's just going to fold. But Jeff, what are you thinking? Were you watching? It was obvious. So, needless to say, he had trips.
Oh, nice.
Was it Big Rob? No, it was a Stallion because he had trips. And the Stallion went
Sorry,
to...
Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
It's okay.
Sure, I understand. But
We know you wouldn't do
if,
that.
If this wasn't the hand, there was another funnier thing with Big Rob because the Stallion said, yeah, I'll go. I'll go that.
As he does.
As he does. And then Rob's simultaneously shown that he has trip 8, but the only problem is he thought there was still cards left, there was still betting on the table. He thought that Italian had said, I'll go all in. So he went, yeah, I'll go that, and he threw his cards over to showing trip 8s, and the Stallion actually said, I'll call you all in. And then we went, his cards are on the table. I don't know if he actually made the call, but it was just so funny that the Italian was still thinking of playing, and it's like, dude, he's got trip 8s in front of you. You might want to reconsider that.
Did he fold, or what the hell happened?
He folded. Big Rob felt like a dickhead.
What happened with this table? Anyway,
No, you didn't want to be on. That was a bad table to be on. It was.
just saying, I'm not flipping over cards if I got trips and then someone accidentally almost calls me.
Yeah, when the
that
cards
happen?
are shown, like I just couldn't believe it. So.
Pay a bit of attention, people.
So that's our little bit on Big Rob today. We've probably spent a bit too long on Big Rob. Dim was busted out by G-Man. Well done, G-Man. Dim's always a hard character to bust.
Oh, I got lucky.
Yeah. What did you
I
have?
don't even remember. I thought,
Pocket 6s versus Pocket 2s, wasn't
but he was just in front of me then, so he remained with about maybe 40 chips after that.
So
Which is
you must
very
have got
good.
him straight after.
I
No,
only
that's
had-
it. I laughed because you should have got the bust because you beat him. And I said, that was your bust, what happened? And
That's
then the
right.
next hand almost.
That's. I think I had Ace Jack.
You went
against,
all in
I had
against
Ace
him
Jack
again.
against something. I don't
Yeah.
know what he had. But
So you got the bust anyway.
yeah,
You
the
got bust
6-2 was the hand. I had 6s. He had 2s. I thought I was dead when he instant called me, but he did not look happy when he saw the pocket 6s.
Honestly, Gareth, at that point, you were chip leader. You were. You had about 1,200 in chips.
Oh yeah, once I busted Dim because there were other people in play. I remember it. It went call. He goes all in. I raised to about 200. They go fold,
Yep.
and I get the bust out.
Yep.
But from there on, wasn't a good night.
So Gareth was huge chip leader. But then it all went to poo.
Yeah.
Because after Jeff was busted out by Wiggy, too good for Tim. Jeff, how did we get to Jeff? I was on Dim. Jeff was busted out by Wiggy, by the way.
Yep.
But we're moving right along because too good for Tim was then also busted by Wiggy.
She sucked out of me once by... Sorry, Tim. By...
Sucked out on you?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
His
I'm gonna have to have words for with her
Because-
about that.
Because she limped on my big blind when I had Jack 10 and she had like
Mate,
8,
you're not
10.
big.
And then later on I got her back when I won a coin flip, I think, against her.
But the funniest hand that I saw on that one was too good for Tim, also known as Lauren, had pocket 5s, which he had big interest in.
A sixth of her
I
stack?
think the blinds were 80 and, you know,
I believe the blinds that we were discussing this team during the week, I think, were something along the lines of 25.
36?
Yeah, 30, the 30-60
I
or
think it was
maybe
30-60.
Yeah, and it was about a sixth of her stack, and she was in the big blind already invested, and she had to call me, who was raising pretty much every pot, and she
Yeah.
folded.
and I mean, I think at that stage, you know, you're busting out, you're bleeding.
Give a pair.
Time to push.
Give a
You
pair.
really had to think about pushing.
Do the
Pocket
pair.
pairs.
Do
Let's push.
Do
Let's have
it.
a race.
I
See what the
believe
other
she
person's
would have hit trips on that hand too.
On the river, yes.
got. Yeah. So she sucked Peter, and at
Yes.
that we went to another break because Peter is getting very excited and he's sitting next to me and it's starting to scare me a little bit.